Everyone, hello. Book Summary Channel, this is Takemi. This time, scientific way to change our life. People can change. That's today's theme. The way to change our life. That's what we're going to talk about today. This video is about positive psychology and the finding that's relatively new. Because this is new, to put the positive psychology into everyday action, it's not covered by a lot of videos or books. And so this video is about learning this idea and put that into everyday action to learn how to change our lives. And today's topic is that number one, people can change. And number two, change your mind and change your reality. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's get started. Number one, people can change. Positive psychology. One of the experts of positive psychology, Sean Aker, he wrote a book as called Happiness Advantages 7 Principles. In this book, he is telling us that the idea that you no longer need to change, it's not the idea that makes you happy. The idea that you can change is the kind of idea that makes you happy. What do you think about this? You can change yourself. Do you agree with this argument? There's no way I can change, and is that the idea that's stopping you or that get you to give up on something? Are you filled with a sense of helplessness, and are you just going to work to just get by? But positive psychology is telling us that people can change. Of course, the book is not just saying this. This argument has scientific basis. Everyone, the plasticity of nervous system. Have you heard of this idea? Simply put, brains have ability to adapt, and throughout lives, people can change. That's the way of thinking. Plasticity of nervous system, the reason why it was found is actually taxi drivers in London. Researchers was conducting researches on their brains, and they got imaginable facts. The taxi drivers' brains, hippocampuses, they were a lot larger than the majority of people. Hippocampuses, they are responsible for spatial memory. London's road network are not very organized, so it's important to have expansive spatial map as to work as a taxi driver in London. You have to have a spatial map in your brain, in your head, and to know what the shortest possible way to get to the destination. You have to have that kind of knowledge. Therefore, taxi drivers, because they've been driving in London, the city like a maze, their hippocampuses developed. What the researchers conducted was that our brains can change or adapt according to our behavior or action or environment, but the old idea about brain was brain never change, and they were born with our original brain. But changing brain's wiring later in life, brain can be trained. That's the very ground of the idea that people can change. They're not just making this up. Brain structure enabling us to change. As you get older, you no longer, because you don't have sense of humor, it's pointless for you to study to become interesting. That's the general idea. However, what positive telling us is not that. What it's telling us is that we can keep changing. People can change. That's something what I wanted you to know, that we can change. Let's break away from us with old idea and make a fresh start. And how are we going to do that? How can we utilize this idea into our everyday life? We're going to talk about that in theme number 2. But before moving on to that, let's sum up the idea or things that we learned so far. Positive psychology is telling us that people can change plasticity of nervous system. Because of this finding, it's confirmed that brains can change later in life.